There's this place on Tui, Lincolnwood, Illinois, called La Chicona or something. I don't know Spanish, but they have like the best milkshakes and they have like the best tacos I've ever had. And that's like my to-go meal when I'm at work because it's like right across the street. So it's very convenient and it just tastes the bomb. And they have like passion fruit juice, which I love very, very much. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. No onions because who the hell eats onions? They feel like millipedes in your mouth crushing. Oh. And my passion fruit. It just tastes a little different. It's not as sweet, so I'm a bit disappointed. But yeah, let's talk about this book. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So basically, we follow around Hype. He is a senior in high school and she has a capstone project where she chooses to re-examine the case of Angie and Sal. Basically, it is allegedly said that Sal kills his girlfriend and then unalives himself. But Holly doesn't actually believe that. She thinks that he's not guilty and someone else killed her. So the story is said that Angie was supposed to pick up her parents from a showcase at around 12, I don't know, 15. Within night, Sal is hanging out from his friends and is going back home. He tells the police his alibi related and gives them the time that he left 12:15 to get back home. About, let's say, 12:40, 12:50. After he does this, his friends then say that he left earlier at 12:30. Which we then realize is a lie. So Pipe's first suspect, well, not really suspect, but Pipe's first person that she interviews is Robbie, her younger brother, who becomes her psychic in this whole investigation. He tells her about how he took it, really was worried about the girl, and he had like 100 of missed calls to her phone. He even helped with looking for her because at first she was considered missing. Then we go to other characters. Kyle's sister Naomi, who was best friends of Sal, but she was really what's the word? Broken about it. She couldn't really speak much. She did say what happened. He was there, he left early, and he told them later on that, to lie for him, for his alibi. Then she meets up with Max, who is also a friend. He says basically the same thing. He also adds that Naomi was alone for some time while hanging out. They take out pictures and they post it, but for some reason Sal isn't in any of the photos. Next, we interview more people. One, a reporter about the case who dead set that Sal killed the girl. And when I tried to say that we shouldn't just assume that someone killed Wilson. He has up, so that's the dead end. I find some contact with Andy's friend Emma. I don't remember the last girl name, but through there she finds out more information about Andy as a person. She was not the best person to be around with. She really brought down the people around her, and she was also known to have like a lot of money, very secretive, never said how she got it. And she was also seeing someone which was a secret older guy, and we still don't know who that person is. Next. Andy's home life. So her father, Jason, was also told, well, he was basically cheating. He was on an affair. So Andy knew about this, and he was kind of a suspect. You know, in one of the interviews with him and his wife, he said that his daughter was a good daughter or something like that. But the point is, he used was and not is as in past tense, as he knew that she was already dead. But why would you think that if she's just missing, right? Later on, we go into more details and stuff. We find this other person. We introduced to this person who's called Natalie, who was basically bullied by Andy. Andy basically sent out a nude or video, you know, of her, posted it because she thought that she was sending it to someone she liked, but she was actually talking to Andy and Chris at the time. And she also accused her brother of having sex with her when he was a janitor at his school, 15 years old, which Matt holds against her, so she doesn't like her. She writes a regarding note, puts it in her locker, Andy's locker, and then the police sees it, says that it sells note and it's threatening Andy. We then see that Andy's brother is now a police officer, which makes him kind of like a new suspect because it kind of makes sense that he might be the older secret guy. And Andy also said to her friends, Emma and other, that she had a secret on him that could ruin him and his life. So at the time he had a wife, so basically that could let him lose his job or whatever. Actually he could go to jail and could lose his wife, so that makes sense. Through Max, we are then told that Andy was also a drug dealer, so that's where she was getting all that secret stash of money. Who she was drug dealing for a guy named Howie. The way that Pipe blackmails him is just hilarious. It's really interesting how far this girl goes to find the truth. Howie could be the secret older guy, but he's very, very profound that they have no type of sexual relationship. But that doesn't, you know, drop him off as a suspect. So our suspects are Max, Natalie, Jason, Godfather, Howdy, and the older secret guy. And I'm just gonna leave it right there because I don't want to give more spoilers. I feel like this is enough, but like I'm on page 260 something, so I'm more than halfway through the book, more than 2/3 of the book, so I should be finished by then. Like probably like an hour after I get home. Back to reading. Oh, and I couldn't drink my juice, so I hope you understand how important this rant is. I love you. Okay, so I have a hypothesis about this who killed who thing. What if it was Robbie? But just think about it. What if he was jealous of his brother always being the golden child, always, being better than him, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna frame you for this, and he also frames his brother's suicide. What if it was him? My other hypothesis is the Naomi. I don't know. I just feel like she could be putting on this, puppy thing, like sad puppy, I can't care for myself, feel sorry for me. What if she was really in love with Sal and she was jealous of Andy not treating him right, and well, I won't say that she wasn't treating him right, but she was jealous of Andy. Probably she thought she was prettier and she deserved Sal, and she just wanted her out of the picture, and she probably kidnapped her, and things went bad. She ended up offing her, and she didn't think that Sal would take his life. So I don't know, this is a big what if, because let's say Sal then found out that it was Naomi who did everything, kidnapped Andy, and he was going to the police, and she kills him and puts the entire scene that he killed himself, and it was a suicide. I don't know about you, but I might be cracking this case because when I say I haven't had any book so quickly get me out of a reading slump. I haven't read in months. The last time I read a book was either May or April. But this book, oh my god, I have it with me because I just, one second. This book, Holly Jackson, I need to talk to you because you are a mastermind. I thought I knew who the murderer was. I literally thought that, and might be a little chapped around the lips. But I thought I knew who the murderer was. I thought I knew who the murderer was, and I was wrong. I was close in some ways because it kind of was kind of jealousy kind of thing. It wasn't a crime of passion, but when I say this bad boy had me not sleeping all day, I mean all night, I don't even know night and day anymore because I've been up for more than 24 hours. This bad boy was good. Let's get into it. So these are the spoilers, so if you don't want to hear the spoilers, just skip this entire thing. But yeah, Pipe is a very lovable character. I feel like because it was in a third person like point of view, I couldn't really get her emotions much. I feel like I'm a first person type of person. But yeah, I feel like I know her, but I don't know her. I feel like we could have gone into that. Well, she doesn't even know herself. Let's just talk about that. But like I said, it all started in the year 2014. But even before that, leading up, Andrea is dead. Andy. And Sal kills himself. And it is up to Piper Fitz something, because this girl's got a name, a last name. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, it's up to her to examine this case and find, well, not really examine it to find the killer, much less, but to prove that Sal was innocent, that he did not kill his girlfriend. I feel like, I don't know, I wanted more like love, you know, interest, cuteness between Ravi and Pipe, but that didn't happen for me. It was more about mystery. I was a bit disappointed, but other than that, like 5 star. So Pipe finds Ravi, and at first, you know, he's a bit skeptical about the entire thing. One, that, you know, she thinks that his brother was innocent. And it's the reports, the different reports, that is just so genius. I love that it's in her point of view. So you do get like a bit of first person, third person. But anyways, the first suspect is John, which is this girl's father. And I'm like, it could be because, you know, let's say things weren't going on at home. She was outing him for this, what's the word? Interfere. Anyways, adultery. Okay, this adultery between him and a younger woman, and probably she was gonna out him and he killed her. Yeah, makes sense. Then we go to Naomi, who I literally thought was the killer. I really thought she was the killer. It just makes sense. Sal was her best friend. She loved him. And then Andy comes in the picture. She feels like she is not deserving of his love, and she just offs the chick. And I really stood by that till the end. Very disappointed. Then we find out about more into Andy's life, and we go through her best friends who say that she, one, had a lot of cash money that she did not account for, and, well, two, she said that her teacher, or a teacher, Mr. Ward, was an asshole. No reason behind that, just said he was an asshole. And you know, the funny thing is, she was right on the nail with that. She went to him and he gave her this bullcrap reason why she thought that he was an asshole, because of a bullying that she, Andy, instigated. But it wasn't pure bullcrap, but let's go back to that. And then we have Max, who is a friend of Naomi, Sal, and some other person. I don't remember the rest. They're not important. who was seen talking to Andy. And I'm just gonna say A. Max was seen talking to A in a house party of his own, I think. And at first he said he didn't know her much, but let's just say that this girl was actually a drug dealer. I don't want to say she was a drug dealer, but she transported drugs, kind of make you a drug dealer. I'm just saying, maybe she was a mule. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right term, but crazy. That's how she got the load of cash. And this girl was not only selling weed, she was selling roofies. Roofies. Next person. There is Nat, the victim of the bullying from our star student A. And I just thought that she couldn't be the killer, because just think of it. It was too obvious. She had hatred. She was the person who planted the threat into her locker, and it just couldn't be her. So she was out of the picture a long time for me. Like, as soon as they said it, I was like, no, this girl can't be the murderer. She might be violent, she might have an ankle monitor, but she just can't. Next thing we know, there's Howdy, the drug dealer, the person that A went to with a business agreement, a business contract, where she could help him if she scratches her back. And I just thought, no. I thought that there was probably something going on between them, you know, sexually, a relationship. He being the secret older guy that A was with while she was out. And I just said, no, it couldn't be. Because I couldn't think that happening. Why would you mix pleasure with business? Anyways, a little bit of threats from our supposed killer. And the big reveal. I don't even want to talk too much about the big reveal. This is the juicy part. There was not one killer. There was two. Mr. Ward and Becca Bell, the sister of Andy. Mr. Ward was the secret older guy that had relationships with our dear student A. And I just want to say, I didn't see that coming. For some reason, although Piper, said that he could be, I just couldn't see that coming. But they did have inappropriate things in a motel, an inn, I should say. And A, being the bitch she is, tries to frame him, or should I say ruin him, because he wants to end things with her. And that's when he comes up with the bullying video and telling her further about that, where she then tells her best friends that he is an asshole. But how he killed her, that's what he thought. So the night where it all went down, April 19th. So this is what happened. Andy and her sister are left home while her parents go to this banquet, I would say. Now, Andy is supposed to pick them up at past midnight. And she leaves her sister, who was admitted to a hospital after she was raped. She didn't really say that she was, but she realized that something went on after she had to go and buy the morning pill. And she pieced together who did it. It was Max. Andy leaves the house, goes to Mr. Ward's dwelling, and he and her have an altercation where he pushes her on the ground and she hits her head. So let's just say probably a little brain bleeding injury. She then leaves his house. While this is happening, Sal is at his friend's house, Max. But during the investigation, there was no pictures of him there. And they basically said that his alibi wasn't really an alibi. He left early, 10:30 to be exact. And his friends were lying. They were blackmailed by Mr. Ward because he later kills Sal, not Andy. So he thinks that he kills Andy when she's potentially gone missing. And thinking that he's in deep water, he goes to Sal Tuesday after the missing person investigation is going on, and he decides to use him as a golden ticket way out. He takes him to his house. Well, he goes to Sal's house. People are not home, at work, his brother at school, and he gives him his father's sleeping pill, which he says is probably painkillers for a headache he had. Obviously, the sleeping pills do make him sleepy. They go to the wood, and he then decides to suffocate him after feeding him more sleeping pills. It doesn't say how he made it look like he unalived himself, but I'll just let that be how you want to picture it. He believes that he killed Andy. Now Sal is looking guilty. He planted her blood, her phone, everything at this site, investigation site, and Sal's guilty. He killed her. But he didn't, obviously. So later on, he finds Andy while he's driving, and she's on something. So he decides to take her to his older house, which he once had for sale, but after took it off the market when he put Andy into the their attic, like flowers in the attic, and keeps her there to help her to get off the drugs and everything. But obviously he cannot let her go because that will mean that Sal didn't kill her and Sal was murdered, obviously. But here's the thing, Andy isn't Andy, and Andy's dead. That's the part that just messed with my head, because Andy didn't die that night. Well, at that moment, she went back to her house where Becca was going to tell her how Max did the deed with her consent. She was roofied. Andy didn't care. Andy is a bitch. She didn't care. So I feel like I really hate her. I mean, she didn't deserve to die. But anyways, so they end up fighting and Becca throws her on the floor. I mean, double whammy. Come on, get a little more balance. I'm just saying, if you just do a little more leg workouts, leg days, this probably wouldn't be happening. Your legs would be more stable. But let's not blame the dead girl. She then starts to foam in the mouth, and Becca just stands there like an idiot. And when she's already dead, that's when she tried to give her CPR. So she chokes on her own foam and she covers up the murder. She takes the car of our dear friend Andy, brings her to not really the woods, but someplace, I don't remember what the name is called, and then throws her body in the septic tank. That's just disrespectful to the dead. I mean, I understand that she didn't care I understand that you might have heard her. Maybe she was this golden daughter, favorite daughter. But to let her rest in a septic tank, that's pretty messed up, Becca. But anyways, and Piper solved it. I can't believe everything went down the way it went. It was just a mind fuck, okay? It's crazy. Oh my god, it was just crazy. And to believe I'm still running on, I don't even know what I'm running. I'm actually surprised that I was able to do an entire 8-hour shift with no sleep. I need to sleep. I could feel the yawn coming. I need to sleep. But this book is a 5 out of 5 stars. If you have a reading slump, you need to read this. I'm not the type of person who feeds into TikTok hypes and trends and everything. But this book, it's a reason it's New York Times bestseller. And I don't know why there's so much number ones, but this book is beautiful. It will leave you hooked from the beginning to the end. I read this book in like less than 24 hours, probably 16 hours, I would say. Less than that, probably 12 hours, half a day. Yeah, this book is great. This book is beautiful. If you enjoyed this book and you know of a mystery book that is just going to keep me rooted in my delusion, please comment that down below, because we girls, we guys, non-binaries, whoever you might identify as, we need to stand together, because this world is already messed up. There's aliens, we're having monogamy brawls, Trump is in prison, and so many other things is happening now. We just need to escape from this life, because if we don't, we're going to lose it. I don't know about you, but if I don't escape from everyday life, I go. But anyways, this isn't about me. This is about a beautiful writer who made us all think wrong. Anyways, this is all for this book. I can't believe I actually got out of a reading slump in less than 24 hours. And now I just want to read. Like, I don't even want to go to sleep. But I got a code. Oh, yeah. I do have a second channel. This is actually my new channel. It's called Perfectly Imperfect. That's probably where you might know me from all my social media. That's what I call myself. Yeah, but as your girl does, whether this is, I can't even talk right. I need to just sleep. It's your girl Des with another video, and it's time to say bye. There's nothing in this. I don't know why I'm shaking. Bye.